Hi friends, and welcome to the 22nd class in our Final Fantasy VII semester. To be clear, the semester continues because the story goes beyond the end of the game. And so we're jumping into Crisis Core, and I'm so excited because I have a crush on Zack, and I have the impression that we get to hear more about him. So I'm really just here for Zack. Like, that is why I'm here. That's it. My husband knows. I promise I told him. He's CGI, so he doesn't care.
She's just asleep. She's like, oh, Zack.
Zack.
Oh, Zack. And he just likes her up the next morning like, who the fuck is Zack? But she's like, babe, Final Fantasy VII. And he's like, what the fuck is Final Fantasy VII? Which is great. Still going on and on and on.
See, in my head, I've always loved Zack as a name for a boy child if I ever had one, but I'm pretty sure if I tried that now, but I'm pretty sure if I tried that now, my husband would be like, no. I know where that's coming from, and no. So let's hear about Zack. This is going to be a little bit different. Again, these semester episodes don't follow the normal DFU pattern. Mm-hmm. So please recognize we may be talking over scenes, but we're definitely going to be doing a little bit more watching and a little bit more conversing. This is going to be less of Chris lecturing at me and more of him making material available and us discovering it at the same time and having a conversation as it goes along. Any thoughts you have, please go ahead, throw them in the comments. We're really excited to interact with you there. But Chris, teach us about my crush.
Your crush. So before we jump into it, the reason why this is going to be a little bit more of like me bringing out the scenes for her to watch and us just kind of watching together, and you'll see some of the gameplay as well. We'll be watching that too. It won't be any of the actual fight scenes. I think it shows the very first fight scene just because it's iconic, because it's literally the exact same fucking first fight scene Cloud had in the game. That's just their way like, hey guys, remember this is where we started. But so with that being said, this game was only released on the PlayStation Portable, so the PSP. It never got ported to another console. It was never made available on anything else again, to where Final Fantasy VII, luckily, now literally lives on every single console out there that exists. So PC, Switch, fucking Xbox, PlayStation, it's all there. It's everywhere. So unfortunately, Crisis Core did not get the same kind of love. A lot of that is due to the fact that I think a lot of this game, Crisis Core, is going to somewhat be rewritten a little bit and made it a little bit more clear. I don't think it's too mysterious, but I do think there's certain aspects where a lot of people still kind of like, I don't really understand that. Which, once again, we have the Ultimated for, thank God. But basically, I think there's a lot of this is going to be rewritten into the remake. Since they're expanding, I think we're going to get a lot more of Crisis Core actually in the remake versus Crisis Core being its own game. So, which is why I think they chose to say that Dirge was technically not canon, because it's after the events of Final Fantasy VII, and they're not going to plan to continue into that with the remake. So, but calm down, you Vincent fans. We'll probably still get to Dirge at some point, but we have a long road to go. Long road to go. Crisis Core actually will not take anywhere near as long as 7 did. If we go past 8 episodes, I'll be amazed. If we go past 10, because I've got to think about wrap-up episodes and stuff like that too. 10 episodes, I'll be amazed. I'll be amazed. And then we still got the movie, and then the anime episode. So, yeah. Wait till you see Zack in that. Zack's a fucking badass. Oh my gosh. Animate Zack? Yeah.
But is he cute?
I'd say so. All right. I think Zack looks pretty good in the anime.
I'll show up for that.
I think so. Yeah, it's called The Last Order. Yeah, I think so. We're gonna see if we can't get a picture of Zack for you, so that way you can just
bring me a picture of Zack so I know he's adorable.
That way you can just fan yourself, you know. Zack, anime Zack. But yeah, good old Zack. He's the best. But yes, so we are going to learn a lot more about our friend Zack Fair. I don't know if you knew that was his last name or not, but that is Zack's last name. And the events that took place kinda as the Wutai War ended. They were still on high alert, and kind of the whole situation of Soldier. We're going to get the breakdown of the Soldier process, leading all the way up to the unfortunate events of Midgar, or not in Midgar, but Nibelheim, where we all know how that's going to end. We're also going to see what happened during that whole Nibelheim thing, as far as Zack trying to get back to. Yeah, I knew you'd like
He's
it.
cute.
As far as Zack trying to get back to Midgard with Cloud in that coma. So we're going to see those events happen as well, leading unfortunately all the way up to his untimely death. So, which is going to be bad. I know you're going to be the same way I am. Like, the moment I saw Cloud, I was so happy because it was Cloud. And then I was like, but wait, that means we're getting closer. And then as soon as fucking they're all like, all right, the next mission is in Nibelheim. And I was like, no, Zack, don't go.
Get sick. Break your foot. Something.
But anyways, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Before we jump into it, because I knew we were going to jump into it, I do want to point out for the viewers and for Kelsey as well, some of this might seem a little jumpy. And if it does feel jumpy to the point where like you're like, hey, kind of, I wonder what happened. Like, the story still flows perfect. But just like where they go to it seems like they just back and forth. It is kind of like that in the game. It's because this is like the major parts of the game that actually mean something versus traveling. So we're not going to be watching this guy travel around the map and shit like that. This is literally just basically cutscenes. So to tell the story. So the story is still intact. I watched this entire thing myself twice before we even got to this point to fucking record to make sure this is the one that I wanted to use. That was good to go. So we're Gucci. Okay, now let's get into it. There it is.
Midgard. Is this how the game starts?
It's literally the beginning of the game.
Oh, this is cool.
The train has been overrun by Wu-Tai troops. Eliminate them and regain control of the train.
Oh yeah! Get serious!
Oh yeah!
I suck it! I like how he does the superhero landing and takes me.
Yep.
The wind is flowing in my hair.
Now, if you notice, but there's the Buster Blade.
Zack, focus. There are no Shinra troops on this train. Understood?
Yeah, because Zack's not carrying the Buster Blade.
Nope.
So the other guy. So was the understood there you can kill everybody?
Basically.
God, he's just so sassy.
But now look at them. They're dressed like Shinra troops.
Shit. He is speedy.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
It's them soldiers. Mako and Genova Cells.
Second class, Zack, on the job.
Now remember, he said second class.
He did. Did he just decide not to kill all of them because he didn't have to?
Yep.
I love him even more.
Train Mark 93-2 rerouted to Sector 1 station near Mako Reactor 1. Proceed to mission phase and change their base.
Look at Zack saving the day. And not killing people if he didn't have to.
And it's the exact same train stop. And he jumps off just like Cloud, except he landed differently, which I thought was pretty cool.
Neat.
That's exactly where you start in Final Fantasy VII as well, which is pretty cool. So these are the game graphics. Obviously a little bit lower.
Smidge.
Still not bad compared to Final Fantasy VII.
I'll take this
Zack
over
speaking.
polygons, thanks.
Making progress, Zack?
What's going on, Aunt Jill? Why are we fighting Shinra troops?
Ah.
They're Wu-Tai troops in disguise. Now, head to the open area above.
Towards Sector 8.
Yes, but first you have to clear a path.
Is that
Clear
the
a
same
path?
Angeal that Sephiroth was talking to
You'll see what I mean.
in the
Be
clip you've
careful.
shown me before?
So I can cut loose, right?
Use some discretion.
It's showtime.
Yee!
Oh, Cloud. Or oh, Zach, almost like Cloud.
Activating combat mode.
So this, I'm kind of glad it's in here so you can kind of see what the combat mode is like. This dude apparently is just going to do nothing but Thunderbolt. But, you know.
It's similar.
But you see the roulette up there? Oh, it's way different. And the older one, you took turns fighting.
I was gonna say the other one was just it was turn by turn, right?
Oh yeah.
Correct. Turn-based. So for this one, it's more hack and slash a little bit.
Not too bad.
Piece of cake. I'll make first in no time.
He just
Go
electrified a
up the
bunch
stairs
of
at the
people.
end of the platform.
And you also gotta remember, he's wearing
You
his
got
purple pajamas. This is where that got retconned. Where black was first class. They put Zack in the purple pajamas.
Showing your back to the enemy. Overconfidence will destroy you.
I
Is this
love
Sephiroth?
Sephiroth's voice. This is the same voice actor I was telling you that I love.
What is this? Damn it. You're not the only hero.
It's over.
Did you just break his sword?
Impossible.
Sephiroth! What the nonsense? Oh, you're gonna do that whole graceful walking bullshit. Was he gonna kill him?
Thanks, Angeal.
Oh my god. Look at our cool technology, aren't we neat? Not anymore. Ah,
Training's over.
Why?
neat.
The sword actually still
You
broke,
serious?
which is very interesting.
I was just getting warmed up.
How?
That's a good question. So if you look at the actual sword guard on that sword, that's the same sword that guy had in the
Zack.
remake, the new soldier.
Yeah.
That's why I pointed that out. Yeah, that's the same sword that Zack had.
Embrace your dreams.
Huh?
Sounds familiar, doesn't it?
If you want
Yeah.
to be a hero, you need to have dreams. And honor.
Believe I told you to remember that one.
Yeah! I did. Zach, how did you break your sword?
You sound like a disappointed wife right now. It's like, Zach, how did you break your sword? There it is. I told you. He's always doing this goddamn exercise.
Hey, Zach. You seem a little on edge.
Can you blame me? All this training and no assignments, like they're hanging me out to dry. You must be pretty busy.
That's how you get a
with
great
everyone
ass.
off base.
Those are terrible
Off base?
squats, but that's not the. Oh
Wait,
my
haven't
god.
you heard? There's been a mass desertion
Bad
at
squats.
Soldier.
Don't squat like him.
Mass desertion at Soldier.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. There's parts of this that are just reading, but not a lot of it. Unfortunately.
Took a bunch of seconds and thirds with him too, and nobody knows why he left. And that desertion is why their training's on hold. Okay.
Woo, found him.
Yay! Yay! New stuff! Why do the seconds have two different colors of purple?
Well, those other guys aren't seconds.
Oh,
Those other
there's
guys
something
are
else.
thirds, I believe.
Okay.
Third, second, first.
So it's black, purple, magenta.
Zach,
Sure.
Cool.
it's good to finally meet face to face. Lazard, director of Soldier.
Yeah, it's a new person.
Hey,
Not think I would have remembered Lazard.
On to business.
He should look a little
Soldier
familiar to you,
First
too.
Class Genesis. A
He's
month
also
ago,
in that little clip I showed
he
you.
went missing during a mission.
Did he have
in
longer
Utah.
hair?
No.
Okay.
Know anything about this?
not a clue.
Hmm. The mission is currently stuck in limbo. That's why we've decided to send you.
To
And
Wutai?
Gio looks pissed
Yes.
about it.
This war has gone on long enough.
I've recommended you for first.
And Jill! Oh, I love you, man! And Jill!
Don't make me regret this, Zach.
You gotta love
Sir.
Zach.
I do!
Once you're packed, you'll leave at once.
I'll be joining you as well. I'm counting on you.
Sir.
No, you seem evil.
By the way, what is your dream? To become first? Is it?
No. To become a hero.
Ah, good. Unattainable dreams are the best kind.
So cute.
Thanks.
So I was like, thanks.
Yeah.
But that also ties into what he said at the end of the game, remember? Like, would you say I became a hero?
Jeez. Thanks for reminding me of that and ripping my heart out again, Chris. Thanks. Twist the knife a little harder.
That's what I'm here for.
Wait, now his sword's in one piece.
He's got another one. That's the sword they give to all soldiers. That's what I was saying. That's why I was like, well, that dude's obviously a fucking soldier. When I first saw it.
Got it. The fuck does he not know about dumb apples? What?
Yep.
The fuck is a dumb apple?
You're about to find out.
Alright, well, Zach's gonna explain.
So, Angeal, what's the deal with dumb apples?
The official name is Benora White. The trees bear fruit at random times during the year. Because of that, the townspeople affectionately call them dumb apples. The local farms
no
had
fruit on
plenty
the
of
tree.
them to spare.
Oh, really? So you stole them?
We were poor, Zach.
Nice excuse.
Nice excuse.
But even then, I had my honor. The largest Benora White tree grew on a wealthy man's estate. It was rumored that
These
those
trees
apples
just like
tasted
get
the
tired?
best.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
But I never stole from that
Still
tree
fruit on that
because the
tree.
wealthy man's son was my friend.
If he was a friend,
Not take from
you
the man
should've
who
just
could
asked
afford
for
for me to
some.
take it,
Right.
because I knew someone that
Honor
lived in the
can
house.
be quite a burden at times.
and
Ugh.
what exactly does this have to do with me?
Fucking
No story is not worth hearing.
That's just not true.
What? That's it? Yeah, well, thanks a lot.
I love their relationship.
Got a Coke Zero. Not a story worth hearing. Points if you get the reference.
B unit will set off an explosion. That's our cue.
The diversion will allow us to infiltrate.
Right. I'll set the bomb inside the fortress. You'll charge the front gate and...
Uh-huh. And?
He's so
And?
He does.
Indulge yourself.
You got it. That's what I do best. Come on, B-Unit.
He seems a little kill happy, which I don't love.
He's just ready to get smashed.
You know, I've never actually seen you use that. Don't you think it's sort of a waste?
Use brings about wear, tear, and rust. And that's a real waste.
You're serious, aren't you?
Yeah. I can be pretty cheap.
Yeah, no kidding.
I refuse to use my super badass sword because it might rust. To be clear, I'd be the exact same way, so. I love Zach, but I think Angeal and I might be the same person at this point. We may learn more about Angeal and I may take that back. But right now...
Big old boy. Big old two boys. Remember, they're in Wu-Tang.
Director Lazard!
I was gonna say, isn't he
Are
supposed
you
to be
watching?
distracting?
Yeah, right.
Gotta move!
He's fighting them, he's not distracting anything.
No time to play!
Run, jump, dash. I was gonna say, he still looks grabby to me. Oh, I like the tinnitus effect in the sound. That's cool. Oh, he's not angry. He's just got a really bad eye infection. Well, he did.
That's one more you owe me. You lost your focus.
Yeah. Oh, sorry if your sword got any wear, tear, or rust on it.
You're a little more important than my sword.
Just a little.
But just a little.
Slightly.
Just a little as Zach said it. Oh, sorry if your sword got any wear, tear, or rust on it.
Oh my god.
Thanks.
I have a new love for Angeal and Zach. This is fantastic.
I mean, this just goes to show like how much fucking voice acting is really going to impact the remake.
Oh, huge, yeah.
Oh man, because you barely know anything about these characters. You're already like, these characters are great.
They're fabulous.
There's something interesting to pay attention to over here.
It's one of these characters you feed.
No, they skipped the U-feet for some reason. So. I like that though. The director was like, contact Sephiroth. He's like, Zach's more than enough. Putting that faith in Zach. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, that is wonderful. Trust no one. Trust no one.
Angeal! Angeal! What? These guys aren't Wu-Tai troops.
Trust no one.
This is the cool thing. This is how you get summons in this game. Is that they actually get summoned and you have to fight them. So tell me if you know who this summon is.
A summon!
Oh, this
Who
is
called
different.
it out?
There you go.
Yeah!
That would be badass cutscenes. Fucking monster.
He looks like he really appreciates buy, though. Showed up with some nice lemon bars. And once you defeat them, they're willing to come at your call, kind of thing. Is that the logic?
Yeah, you can kind of use them. Good old Steffi.
Right between the legs, Sephiroth.
Cut his head off, cut different stick off, making it a collection there, you know? Different appendages from different people.
As long as he doesn't try to Frankenstein him, we're good.
You haven't seen Dirge the Serpent. No, I'm just joking.
Genesis.
Yeah.
The missing soldier first class? They're identical.
A Genesis copy.
Copy?
Interesting.
A human copy?
Where's Angeal?
I thought he was fighting around here.
So he's gone too.
What? Wait, what does that mean?
It means Angeal has betrayed us as well.
No way! I know what kind of guy Angeal is, and he'd never do that. Angeal wouldn't betray us. Never!
Zach did not like hearing that.
No.
Not about good old Angeal.
You're right, though. Sephiroth's voice is perfect.
Right?
God,
So
love it.
good. It is so good. I'm sorry, a new guy, if you ever get around to watching this, but I'm sorry. Just the original Sephiroth is so good.
It's exactly what I pictured in my head.
Right? It's so fucking perfect.
Yeah, I was gonna say, all we know about Angeal is that he was poor and that his honor is worth everything to just shy of his sword, just shy of Zack's life.
Just shy of Zack's life.
Still doing this fucking terrible squats. Your
Soldier
knees are gonna
second
give out
class,
on you.
Zach.
That would be me.
Long enough for that
Who
to
is
happen.
this?
Director Lazard wants to see you. Go to the briefing room.
Hey, wait! Who was that?
They didn't win. I'm sorry.
Any word on Angeal?
He hasn't contacted his family either.
Soldier
So
has
what's
a
this
family?
about?
A new assignment.
Figured they were
I
all
want
like
you to go
orphans.
to the hometown of our missing soldier first class, Genesis.
Huh?
According to the parents,
We'll learn all about
they've
it.
had no contact with Genesis whatsoever.
We're gonna learn all about
But
it.
they can't be trusted.
Why?
They're his family.
Look at those eyes, though.
I had already
They're-
dispatched some
Trademark.
staff, but we've lost
Fantastic.
contact.
Right?
I want you to go and investigate. He will go with you.
Who's that?
Son of the Turks.
Hey!
Church.
Sung.
This job is
Some.
looking really gloomy.
Something I want you to remember as we go down
Let
this
me know
game and
when
you
you're
learn
ready
more
to
about
go.
Sung. That was the one that slapped Aerith in the face when we were on the
Ready to go?
helicopter.
A routine
Okay.
job, right? No sweat.
I wonder. Originally, Sephiroth was assigned to this mission. That means it's a top priority matter. Be alert, or you'll fail.
And Sephiroth?
Refusing to go,
Boy.
apparently.
Oh, what is that? They spoil him too much.
Why don't you say that to his face?
No thanks.
You gotta love Zach.
I love him so much, and Sung, I hate.
It's Sung. I hate Sung. You get a lot of backstory for the Turks in this game too, so you're gonna learn
I'll
a
probably
lot more
stop.
about the Turks.
I'll probably stop hating Sung at some point, but right now, like, Zack's adorable and Sung's. Oh, good. We put together our location. If only we knew what direction we were going.
Right?
Guys,
So then
my joke
that's
is funny.
that's to pay attention to right there is that Angel and Genesis both grew up in the same town. And he said, I never stole from the rich man because his son was my friend.
Ah, because Genesis was his
A
friend.
Genesis copy.
Genesis is the... Okay.
Where did you hear that?
Sephiroth said it.
The technology was stolen from our scientists.
Huh?
It apparently allows Genesis's abilities and traits to be transplanted to soldier members and monsters.
It's for the first time soldiers and monsters are put in the same sentence.
Soldier and monsters, we're the same?
I told you that's something that they had to deal with this entire game. That's like one of the biggest fucking things they struggle with is trying to figure out if they're aligned.
This is Genesis's home. His parents are wealthy landowners.
But I never stole from that tree because the wealthy man's son was my friend.
They weren't mere acquaintances. They grew up together and were best friends.
So Genesis deserts and gets his best friend Angeal to join him. Is that it?
Sephiroth believes that's the case. There. A gravestone, still very new. Zack, go find Angeal's house.
Oh, I was so
I'll
worried
check
he was
the
going to be
grave.
like, Zach, go...
And
Oh,
then
no,
he
he's
said-
going to check the...
Yep.
All right.
Ugh. So Turks always do this stuff?
Someone has to do it.
Must be rough.
Don't worry. We're paid much better than you are.
No way!
Can I help you?
Oh. All right, I like sung a little bit more now.
Greetings, ma'am. Are you Angeal's mother? My name is Zack.
You're gonna love this.
Are you Zack, the puppy?
Excuse me?
What?
My son wrote to me once about you. 0 attention span, restless as a little puppy.
Oh, thanks, Angeal.
Zack the puppy?
You're not here
That's
together with Genesis, are you?
amazing!
No, I'm not. Don't worry.
What is happening with my son?
I'm not really sure.
No one knows.
I'm not really sure. I have no
Genesis came back
Have
here
you seen him? Can you
a
tell
month
me?
ago with an army of cohorts. And they proceeded to take the lives of many townspeople.
Oh, shit!
Genesis, he used to be such a good boy.
Ah, hellscape.
Is
Did he go crazy
Angeal...
too?
He came here.
Or was it not really Genesis
He
that came
left
back?
his sword and went off somewhere. That sword represents our family's honor.
I see.
Oh, no.
No wonder. He never uses this sword. Really, ever. I'll take care of Angeal. You should go and hide somewhere.
Don't be
But don't tell me
concerned.
where, so it'll make it harder to find you afterwards.
Genesis cannot harm me.
That's also important to remember.
Why can't Genesis harm her?
Good question.
Maybe she already figured it out because he tried when he was there and didn't kill her. Or Angeal's already dead and he's the only thing she cared about.
Genesis's parents were in that grave.
Wait, his own family?
We can't expect reason from him. What about Angeal?
He wasn't at the house. But please, give me time. If I find Angeal, I can talk to him. If I can convince Angeal, maybe Genesis will come back too.
I understand now why Sephiroth chose you.
Huh?
Genesis and Angeal. Those two were Sephiroth's only friends. He didn't want to fight them.
Oh, he couldn't kill him.
That's why he refused the mission.
Well, and Jill is my friend
A
too.
little bit about Sephiroth.
He's counting on you to bring them both back.
Sephiroth had a heart at one point. That's cool.
Right?
Time is short. Let's go.
You learn a lot more about that.
Infinite in mystery is the gift of the goddess. We seek it thus and take to the sky.
Which goddess are we talking about?
Ripples
This is going to be
form
your
on the
most
water's
hated
surface.
character right
The
here.
wandering soul knows no rest.
We're not gonna like Genesis at all. Oh god.
Settle down. Zack the puppy.
The grave at the house. We found the remains of our people there as well.
It didn't take much to have them send false reports. Just some mild threats.
They would have done that anyway. At least your parents would have.
My parents betrayed me. They had always betrayed me from the very beginning.
This one I don't really care whether you hate him or not, so.
Shinra lapdog!
I mean, I like Genesis for the character he is and where he's the purposes serves in the game, but it's not like Vincent, where like he's one of the main fucking heroes, you know?
Yeah. My parents betrayed me from the
Welcome,
very
partner.
beginning.
I see. You finally made your decision. I'll respect your wishes, old friend. However, can you really live on that side?
Angel!
Oh boy. You keep leaving your sword places.
Yeah, looks like Angel's got a problem holding on to swords. I'll believe this here. I'll believe this here.
I mean, he leaves it where it's nice and easy to find, which is good. It's not, hiding it under floorboards.
Yeah.
Oh, look. Son's a badass. He can shoot things. I'm very impressed.
Cool character about it. Right here. Oh.
No.
Oh shit. Oh.
Here, Sung, just shoot those ones. Good, I'm glad Zach didn't answer that question. Is that really what matters right now?
Yep. Now remember, she said that Genesis could not
couldn't
hurt
hurt her.
But that doesn't mean that.
And Geo couldn't. Or Sephiroth.
Look who's there with sword in hand.
What the hell did you do, Angel?
Buddy cakes.
Is that your idea of honor?
My
He could
mother
have just walked in.
could not continue to live, and neither can the sun.
What are you talking about?
Dear
What's
God.
going on here?
I told you. You can't live on that side anymore.
They all go crazy and homicidal, don't they, after some point? That's the reason this project got shut down.
Angel!
My friend, do you fly away now? To a world that abhors you and I?
Shut up!
All that awaits you
Shut up! I'm warning
is a
you!
somber morrow. No matter where
Oh,
the winds may blow.
Jesus hell.
I don't see
That is
Sephiroth
literally
today,
his
but
fucking character.
are you game?
I hate him. So much.
Now we get to play it again. Kelsey, who's that Pokemon? It's Bahamut!
Bahamut days.
Oh my god.
Who's that Pokemon? You're really funny.
I'm thinking you're gonna kick out of Oh, Bahamut. No fucks given. Oh, it's so fun.
That's so cool. He seems quite unhappy.
There. That one Sephiroth was back to save. You have to fight that one on your own. But now we see who's using the summons, so. Which is very interesting. Good old buddy.
Summons aren't meant to be used like this. What happened to dreams and honor?
We are monsters.
You don't get to make that choice for everybody.
Finally getting to the wings. Something you've been wondering about for a while. We're getting there.
We have neither dreams
Can you do it
nor
on the
honor.
other side? No. He can only fly in circles. Okay. Wait, I know how this ends. Why would he want a wing like that?
Soldier
It's only worn by people that are killers.
doesn't mean monster.
Good for you, Zach.
But Shinra does blow the fuck out of everything to cover their own tracks.
Shinra is the shittiest.
Goodbye, dumb apples forever.
I liked the concept of dumb apples.
I did.
Angel.
So, got our first little Schmidt of Crisis Core. First
Our
little
Schmidt.
Yep, our Schmidt.
Are we getting Schmitz?
We're getting Schmitz.
Uh-huh.
Got our first little Schmidt of Crisis Core. What do we feel so far?
Intrigued? I still love Zach. Zach is the best. Genesis is the shittiest.
I knew when I started rewatching this, I was like, Kelsey is going to fucking hate Genesis. This is going to put... Because I started watching this back when you were still hating on Vincent. I was like, this is going to put Vincent on such a higher fucking pedestal. It's not even fucking funny. She's like, you're gonna hate Genesis. His character does not change. He is literally all about the fucking poems the entire fucking way through. And the best part... So the cool part about that, and that's because you haven't really seen it yet, but he has said the title of the book he's reading multiple times now, which is Loveless. Whenever you first start the game, Final Fantasy VII, and Aerith comes walking out from that little corridor, that little alleyway, and she walks out onto the streets, the signs in the background, there's billboards up for the play Loveless.
So really, he was just reading ahead so he could attend the play.
Pretty cool, though, that they chose to make him read that book this many years after making Final Fantasy VII. Still remembering that Loveless was all over the fucking place in Midgar. Pretty fucking cool. I thought that was a really nice callback.
That is neat. I'm glad the callback exists. Do we get a backstory on Genesis that makes us not hate him?
I'm not going to spoil anything. So
well,
maybe not.
Then at this point, I hate him. And I'm not holding on to hope that I won't.
The moment he started reading his first fucking poem, and the funny part is because I know you don't remember it because I showed it to you forever ago, but that little clip, that's literally how it starts out. It's him fucking reading Loveless. And then Sephiroth literally goes, Or no, he reads a scene and Sephiroth literally goes, Loveless, Act 1. And Genesis goes, you remember it. And he goes, how could I not when you've beaten it into my head? But Sephiroth's voice, though, so good.
It's perfect.
It's fucking perfect. Oh, my God. The best.
Yes, without question.
Again, sorry, new guy. I know you're playing Sephiroth now, and I give you the respect for playing Sephiroth, but fuck.
This other dude was perfect.
It was like perfect, because I agree with you. Like, the moment he started talking, I was like, that is exactly how I envisioned Sephiroth's voice.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know how to explain his voice. It's just perfect. That's all I can say. It's literally just fucking perfect for the role.
Yeah, it is. It's ideal.
Fuck.
I love how adorable they make Zack. Like he has opportunities where he could be too childish or too something, and they don't make him that. Like he flicks off opportunities to be angry and annoyed, and he's easily excited, but he's not a puppy.
Nope.
It's great. I really love Zack.
I knew you were gonna love it whenever she's like, Zack, the puppy. I was just waiting. I knew you were gonna love that fucking part.
Yep.
Oh man, it's thanks, Aunt Jill. 0 attention span, restless like a puppy. Oh yeah, but yeah, I was in the same boat where I was like, I really want to know more about Zack, and then as soon as I started playing Crisis Core and they were doing that whole like mission, he looks all serious, and all of a sudden Angel's like, all right, get it, and he's like, oh yeah, I was like, okay, I'm gonna like Zack. I'm gonna like Zack. Yeah, Zack's really cool. Oh yeah, I love it when they're shooting at him too on the train. He falls down. He's like, "Hello to you too."
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
He's the best. Zack is awesome. So yeah, it's really interesting. Like I said, for them to take a character that we got fucking a minute, 2 minutes with in the original game, and just like I said, we know he's gonna die, but you're just instantly in love with this character from the get go. And it just makes you dread going further and further in the story because you want to know more. You want to know about the Soldier Project. You want to know what the fuck is with this cloning shit.
Yeah.
What is this monster stuff? This one wing shit that we keep seeing that we know Sephiroth had. What is this all about? Yeah, it's a lot of it.
And how does Genesis use it to fly? Just no. Just no.
So I will say this, though. So what I kind of meant before we started about the jumpiness, maybe I shouldn't have used the word jumpiness. It's more of like sped up. So a lot of this is going to seem like it happens extremely fucking fast. But you got to remember all the gameplay is being cut completely out.
Got it.
Where we just watched 38 minutes, probably took 4 hours to get through.
Okay.
If not longer. So a lot of this seems like it's going extremely quick. A lot of that gameplay got cut out. So
this is just the cutscenes.
This is just the story elemented cutscene / gameplay that makes the story make sense for those who didn't get to play Crisis Core on the PSP, gets to still enjoy the same story without missing out.
Got it.
That's exactly what this is.
I'm so excited to learn more. It's gonna be great.
Crisis Core is a lot of fun to play. I really enjoyed it. Man, I want to say whenever I picked up Crisis Core, I didn't put the fucking thing down until I finished it. Like, that was 100%. It was like my old school gaming days. Like, now, today, there's so many fucking games coming out that it's very easy to get, for me at least, to get sidetracked whenever my friends pick up a multiplayer game. We all want to play it together. Like Zelda, for instance, I was talking about Breath of the Wild, easily got sidetracked. Mm-hmm. But, like, back in those days, like, fuck. I picked up a Zelda game. You didn't hear from me until that fucking game was beat. Like, at all. I'll never forget whenever I got Twilight Princess. My mom bought it for me. Brand new. $60. Just came out. She knew. Because growing up, and this is kind of the cool part, and it'll be even cooler once you actually kind of get more into Zelda. Growing up, those were my two biggest games. I watched my dad play Final Fantasy, and I watched my dad play Zelda. So whenever I finally got old enough to where I could understand the concept of a controller and how to make it work, the first game I ever played was Final Fantasy. So I was extremely young my first time playing Final Fantasy. Like, extremely young. We're talking single digits here. I wasn't good at it, but I could play it. So I would switch back and forth between Final Fantasy VII and Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Those are my two top games. And I would watch my dad play them, and I was like, "Fuck, I want to be able to play and beat these games." So those were always like so hard neck and neck for which one was my favorite. But like I said, sooner or later it came down to it. And I was like, the feeling I get playing Final Fantasy VII literally is never different. Like, I am so fucking hype every time I play that game, and I've played it 1,000 fucking times. Like, every time when I go back and play Ocarina of Time, I love it, but I'm not like freaking the fuck out either like I am when I'm playing fucking Final Fantasy VII, where I'm like, oh my god, I fucking remember this. This is so fucking fun the first time I did it. Like, I just really enjoyed the story of Zelda as well. I'm not knocking Zelda. I mean, Zelda, the Legend of Ocarina of Zelda Ocarina of Time, literally, I think is the only game right now that currently sits at getting scored a 10 out of 10. Like, it's known as one of the best games to ever have been created.
Wow.
Final Fantasy VII, I think, is like a 9.3. So it's high, but it's not, you know. It finally got into the Hall of Fame in 2019, about fucking time. Shit should have happened fucking forever ago. But at the same time, it got let in with Tomb Raider as well, the original Tomb Raider. So I'm like, that's another one of the greats. So, you know, I'm okay with that. So I love the original Tomb Raider. Shit was good. But yeah, it was so big. So, like I was saying, growing up, every time I'd get a Zelda game, you know, I mean, that was it. I was fucking playing Zelda until I was done. Final Fantasy, somewhat. I wasn't into the other Final Fantasies as I was younger because it was like, I really fucking like 7. I really like Cloud. Cloud's not in this game. I don't know if I really want to play this game. And then I kind of understood like what they were more trying to do. So that's whenever Crisis Core came out, and it was like, it's before the events of Final Fantasy 7. I was like, fuck me. I gotta get that. Like, holy shit. Fucking first paycheck, PSP, fucking Crisis Core, let's go. Like, I was instantly, and I mean, my mom and dad be like, all right, we're going out to eat. All right, cool. Come with us? Yeah, sure. I'm fucking sitting at the restaurant fucking playing my PSP. Like, there's no ifs, ands, buts about it. I was literally playing Crisis Core until that shit was done. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So, yeah, I really enjoyed this game. It was a really fucking good game to play. I felt it wrapped up a lot of questions that I had for the Soldier Project, for the whole One-Winged Angel. And it just really got to give me a chance to live through Zack and understand what he had to go through and how much of an impact he actually had on Cloud. Because we got to see how his impact changed on Cloud once Cloud remembered who he was versus who Zack was. And then we got to see more of like, okay, I'm Cloud, but I understand my appreciation for Zack, and that's what's gotten me this far. We got to see that, and then it was like, that's cool, but who was Zack?
Yeah.
We didn't know who the fuck Zack was. Cloud knew who Zack was, but we didn't know who the fuck Zack was. So being able to see this happen, you know, and just watch the shit he had to go through and the people that he was with, you know, Angeal, I think is a really interesting character. Genesis, as much as he's annoying, I think he has his specific role to play in this story, and I don't think it could have been done without that. In my opinion, the best way to look at Angeal and Genesis kind of moving forward, because we talked about the fact that Sephiroth refuses to go on these missions, is it's not 100% like this, but it's just a great way to look at it because I kind of picked up on it early, and it's not going to spoil anything because it's not 100% true. But I look at Angeal and Genesis as like the devil/angel on Sephiroth's shoulders. Like Sephiroth's type in the middle, and Angeal, because you can kind of see how Angeal's like family, honor, da-da-da-da-da. And Genesis is all like this, we're fucking monsters, da-da-da-da-da-da. And now knowing what you know about Sephiroth, it's kind of easy to see how those voices can manipulate the character moving forward.
Yeah, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, and one thing I have to clarify, because this is going onto the internet and I need to be clear, otherwise I will be mocked mercilessly in the comments. At the very beginning, when I mentioned that the fighting style, when we actually got to see Zack start using his game mechanics, when those soldiers, like when he targeted and then certain soldiers stepped forward, I thought it was going to be turn-based, and that's why I said, okay, it's gonna be similar. And then when he was just like zap 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 done, it was like, oh no, this is completely different.
Yeah, you did say that, and I was like, I don't feel like she listened to me at all. Like, we talked about this so many times. We even talked about classic mode in the new one, how it's supposed to be just like turn-based.
Nope.
What is she talking about?
Nope, I made an assumption, and then a half a second after it came out of my mouth, found out my assumption was wrong. Immediately regretted it. So feel free to judge, because I was...
She was like, fuck.
And I heard you go, yeah, it's completely different. And I was like, I have now made Chris concerned for my intelligence.
Oh, man. Yeah, I was like, wow. He has literally zapped every single one of them before they even got a chance to attack him. I don't know what she's talking about. Maybe she just thinks this is one long turn and he just can do infinite fucking lightning until he's done. Because if so, Zach's broken as fuck. Like,
nope.
Oh, man. That was great. I just love how, like, you were getting so into it, too. You're all like, is Sephiroth going to kill him? Like,
I was worried about it. Like, I knew he wasn't going to kill him because obviously Zach died.
Yeah.
But then, like, other characters have died and then been brought back, so it's not the craziest.
Oh, man. But yeah, imagine, being in my shoes and playing Final Fantasy VII for the first time and then getting done and then waiting years and getting Crisis Core and it opening up with those graphics. I was like, what the fuck is this? That's what Midgar looks like? Holy shit. That's the Shinra building? Look at the poster.
You were probably so happy.
I was like, it has so much detail. The only thing that sucked is I really tried to get my dad to play this game whenever it came out because, once again, he's the one that got me into Final Fantasy, but he was not about the mobile games whatsoever. That was not. He had bad eyes, too, so he really couldn't, honestly, anyway. But yeah.
Because it's kind of a small screen.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, but you gotta fucking play it. Like, it tells you so much about what happened before the fucking events of Final Fantasy VII. He's like, nah, I'm good. So.
Aww.
Yeah. Because that one came out on the PSP. The original one came out on PlayStation 1. And then Dirge of Cerberus came out on PlayStation 2. And then Before Crisis came out on a cell phone that was only sold in Japan. So, 4 different consoles for 4 different games.
Man.
If you consider a phone to be a console. And the phone is the exact phone that they're using, by the way. The phone was literally made, it was technically made after the movie, but the movie's design of the phone was made after the design of the phones that they're using in this game.
That is so aggressively Japanese.
Exactly, right? So you had to buy that exact phone, and it already had the game preloaded on it.
Ugh.
So good.
I don't like that at all.
I want to get one of those phones so fucking bad. I guarantee you those things are like fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars. I fucking guarantee it.
Hundreds of thousands.
It was only released in Japan, and there was only a limited amount of them made. And it's the only way to get the game until that one guy fucking basically recreated it himself. Which, he did a great job, but it's not the same game. It's not. The context is also there, which is great. But yeah, there was only in Japan, and only a couple of them made. Like, yeah, I guarantee you those things cost a pretty fucking penny. I've never looked it up. I'm scared to look it up because then that reality slowly is just going to drift the fuck away. So, because if I could own one of those, that would be so fucking sweet. That would be another collectible to add to my desk. I don't even think I would boot it up, honestly, if I'm being honest with you.
I probably wouldn't. That sounds...
Because it'd be another one of those things. What's that theory where they talk about, like, the fucking... If you put a cat in a box and it dies in the box, you only know if it's dead because you opened the box. So it's like, if you open the box, you killed the cat?
Yeah. The cat is dead because you opened the box. Schrodinger. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, so that's what it would be like for me. It's like, the phone works until, like, I fucking use it and find out that it doesn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So until I actually use the phone works. But if I use it, then I broke it. So.
Yep.
Yep. Pretty fucking much how I would feel about getting that fucking thing. Especially if I spend a shit ton of money on it. And I'd be like, yeah.
It's going to sit over there and I'm just going to look.
If I didn't get to play that remade version of Before Crisis that the guy made, then I wouldn't be able to contain myself. I'd be like, I have to fucking play this. Like, it's the only Final Fantasy VII piece that I've never played. I have to fucking play it.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Zelda. A lot of you people might not know that about me. I've played every fucking Zelda out there, including the ones that were on watches that were only made in Japan. I had a buddy that was a hardcore watch collector, and he actually went to Japan and grabbed every single one of them, brought them back, and let me borrow them to play. And they were just like little side scrollers. It wasn't nothing crazy. You're like jumping over walls and shit. But that was about it. Yeah. You know, stuff that you could beat in about an hour. Yeah, little fucking wristwatches that had Zelda-only games on it that were only available in Japan. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, okay.
You say
This
watches,
was a
but
cell phone world.
we just talked
can
about
tell.
cell phone too. You know, like Zelda's old. Zelda's old. Final Fantasy's old, but Zelda is way older. Actually, you know what? I don't know what came first, the first Final Fantasy or the first Zelda. I don't know which one actually came first, because the original Final Fantasy was a Nintendo product. Was it Sony? Because Sony wasn't around then. That's a good question, because the first 3 Final Fantasies, when they got released to the to America, our actual first 3 Final Fantasies was 4, 5, and 6. We didn't actually get 1, 2, and 3. It took forever for us to actually get 1, 2, and 3. So the first 3 Final Fantasies that we got that were actually named Final Fantasy 1, 2, and 3 were actually Final Fantasy 4, 5, and 6. And then everybody was like, these are fucking great, but we want to play the original. So then they just remade it. It was like, all right, cool. Look, here's the actual 1, 2, and 3. You have 4, 5, and 6. Now let's make 7. And we got it.
Zelda actually came first.
Did it really?
Yes, The Legend of Zelda, the first game of the series, was in Japan on February 21st of 1986. And Final Fantasy, the first title in the series, premiered in Japan in 1987.
Wow, a year. That's
One
not far
actually
off.
It's barely, yeah, it's February of 86 to sometime in 1987. So we're like, it's a year.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Wow, Final Fantasy's been going as long as fucking Zelda. Pretty much about a year. A year difference. That's crazy.
That's so
That's
cool.
mind-blowing. Yeah, because Zelda's got, I said, what, 18 titles, and fucking Final Fantasy sitting at 15, not including all the side shit like Crisis Core and stuff like that.
And all of them have a religious and intense following.
Oh, for sure. Every single one of the games. Yeah, there are people that are like, Final Fantasy 1's the best. And it's like, but... See, that's where it cracks me up whenever I have people like Bree or fucking you or Cody, where you guys fucking jump on Final Fantasy 7's graphics. Let's go talk about Final Fantasy 1's graphics, right? They're like fucking dots moving around on a goddamn screen. I still love it. I like that kind of shit. I love the fucking old school graphics. I have a special place in my heart for the classics. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Like Moonlighter, I think that's the reason why I like it so much, because it's got those pixelated bit type graphics, but still looks very interesting. So, I love Moonlighter. I'm so fucking addicted. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm so fucking addicted to that game.
You crack me up.
And the only reason why is because I found out you can change your weapon, and I have a gigantic 2-handed sword, and I'm like, I got to bust your blade.
Oh, good
Let's
lord.
go.
Of
the game
course.
is good, though. The mechanics are really fucking interesting in that game. But yep, so that's Crisis Core, first episode. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Definitely was excited, or definitely going to be interested to see what your thoughts were moving from 7 into Crisis Core and kind of see where you were at. But yeah, like I said, it's pretty much where that's at. So yeah, you know, fun shit. Good old Crisis Core. I'm excited to go down this journey. I think you're going to really enjoy it.
Well, my crush is in it, so I don't think I can help myself.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, because I still got that picture of Zach up from the fucking anime, and he's just like
I
staring
know.
at me. Oh,
Not as cute as the one in Crisis Core.
That's one thing that I guess I want to touch on a little bit. I'm really worried about. I don't think that they did enough with Cloud's eyes in the remake. Because, like, you see Zach's in this, like, those things are fucking, like,
They're glowing.
blue. Like, they're actually glowing, yeah. So whereas Clouds really aren't in the remake, and, like, even Rude calls it out, he's like, wait, those eyes, I know those eyes. And it's like, do you really? Because they kind of just look like hazel green to me.
They need to be special, otherwise you've kind of taken away what was so distinctive about him.
Yeah, the trademark of Soldier. So.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see whether or not that looks better. Well, friends, that's going to wrap it up for our first class in the Crisis Core arc of our Final Fantasy VII semester.
Like how
if you
it's
have
like
any
an anime.
If you have any thoughts what we've seen so far, please feel free to jump in the comments below. If you love dumb apples, if you hate Genesis, come join us. We'd love to interact with you in those comments, or we do have our Twitter and our Twitch links below as well, and we'd love to interact with you there. Otherwise, we are going to continue with Crisis Core unless another more urgent class comes up, and we want to do usually just one class. We'll jump in and maybe tackle a different subject at some point, and we will see you in the next class. Bye, friends.